Welcome back to another YouTube video. It is week 2 of Chicago Marathon Prep, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm hesitant to say that because you never know how long these things are gonna last, but I'm feeling really good. I've been thinking a lot about my goal, and I think for me, there's a couple things I wanna prove from doing this Chicago Marathon and hitting a sub 244. Number one, my current PR is 244:38. That was on a downhill course. That was at Jack and Jill's Marathon in Washington State, outside of Seattle. Net downhill, really fast course, but ultimately it is a downhill course. And so my first thing is I want to prove to myself that I can run a 244 or a sub 244 on a pancake flat road and not have the added help of the downhill slopes. Number 2 has got to be for redemption on the last race that I tried to PR, and that was the Boston Marathon, where I literally was going for a sub 240, a 239, which was a super aggressive goal, especially in Boston. And I hit a wall like I've never hit a wall before. I completely exploded, imploded, all the plodes is what happened to me out there in Boston. So my goal was 239, and I ended up crossing the line, I think, at 3:09. So literally 30 minutes later than what my goal was for Boston is what I crossed the finish line in, which is just bananas. But that shows you what can happen if you don't run your race smart. I didn't adjust. I didn't change my game plan based off what the day threw at me, and I completely exploded because of that. So the idea is to get as much fitness as we possibly can going into Chicago, and then see what the day brings us. If it brings us potentially closer to 240, like, let's absolutely rip it. And we're gonna see what that looks like as training progresses. Training goes really, really well, and I'm picking up steam really quickly. Like, I've started off really hot in this block, so potentially we can keep that rolling. Then maybe I will advance it a little bit further and a little bit further. And some of the workouts that we do will be more conducive to a 240-ish than maybe a 243, 244. I'm really not putting any pressure on myself through this block. Like, I know that I can hit a sub 244, and it's more about those two things of the flat course and kind of redemption for me as far as Boston's concerned. So I got an easy 6 today. It's already like, I don't know, 90 degrees out there, but that's how I like it. Let's roll, baby. Also, I shoot on one of these. It's a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and it came with this little lens that goes right on here for a wide angle, and I lost it. Literally the first week that I had it, I lost it. Also, I'm such an idiot. I got this Garmin heart strap, and literally for the first 2 weeks I was using it wrong because I hadn't connected it to my watch. If you ever get a heart rate monitor, know that you have to connect it to your watch in order for those to communicate. I just assumed if I paired it with my phone and my watch was paired with my phone, they would cross communicate because of that. That's not the case. Make sure your heart rate strap, either on your arm or on your chest, is connected to your watch. You're welcome. 5 miles in, 8:25 pace. It's 90 degrees out here right now. So I do like to heat acclimate in the middle of the day, but I'm always doing this on my easy runs. I would never come out here and do speed work or intentionally do my long run starting at the 11 a.m. because you're gonna suffer and you're gonna underperform based off what you could actually do if you came out here ready early in the morning when it's 70 degrees compared to 90 degrees. When you see me out here in the middle of the day getting these miles, remember it's because it's easy runs. My heart rate is a little high right now because I'm running and talking. It's at 147, but throughout this run, it's been averaging like 140. And if you are working on heat acclimation, do it during those easy runs. 91 degrees out here, 6 done and dusted. I love the heat, baby. I'm in the minority, I know it, but I love a little midday sufferfest. We got 1 and we got 2 space heaters going on in here that are just gonna crank up the intensity a little bit more. I wish you could know that I could use a break sometime. I think it's so easy to get caught up in other people's stats, other people's times, other people's goals when you're marathon training. I find myself doing it and being like, should I be there? Why am I not there? Comparing myself, doing all these things. And I always have to remind myself of like, who fucking cares? Who fucking cares if somebody's faster than you? You're never going to be Eliud Kipchoge. You're never going to be the fastest marathoner. So what does it matter if somebody's a couple minutes faster than you? That doesn't mean that they're better than you. That doesn't mean that they're working harder than you. That just means they're at a different place in their journey. And two, the reason you should run a marathon in the first place is for yourself. You should have an intrinsic motivation, the driving force behind whatever it is that your goals are, instead of this extrinsic, is that the word? Extrinsic? Motivating factors of like, other people are gonna think this, and I want to impress this person, and I wanna do this for this, for this. It's a losing game, it's not sustainable. Honestly, you're gonna burn the fuck out if that's what your driving factor is. So I have to keep grounding myself and reminding myself, sub 244 is my number, that's my journey right now, that's where I'm at. I'm damn proud of that, not because anybody else tells me to do that or that's what I'm supposed to do, but because that's what I want. And that's all I got to say about that. I never wear these shades, but I kind of like them. Chat, you got to tell me if I should keep these in rotation. Speaking of shades, I've been looking at Roka shades for, 3 years, and I have never pulled the trigger. They had a 4th of July sale this last weekend. 2 pairs. Snagged 2 pairs, the Matador Airs, and one other one. I usually am the person who buys cheap running sunglasses. These are Tifosi, I think that's how you say it, Tifosi. I have 2 pairs of these. These were like $32, $35, something like that. I got my windshield sunglasses, those are Hoka. They don't even sell those, I didn't even realize. Those were gifted to me. You can't even buy those, so I like those even a little bit more. The other thing I bought on the 4th of July sale was the BPN G1M Sport Plus, which I'm very excited to try. It's not gonna come in this week, it'll come in next week, but I'll give you guys an update and a review on that once I get a little bit of experimenting with that in. I'm taking my pre-workout. We are going to the rooftop gym. I haven't taken you guys to the rooftop gym yet. If you've followed me on Instagram for a while, you see my stories. You know, I'll always be posting about that rooftop. So I'm gonna get 7 around downtown Charlotte because that gym, Dowd YMCA, is close to, I should say, uptown Charlotte. Get 7 on the light rail, one of my favorite places literally to run in the entire world. So go into the light rail for 7, and then we'll go up to the rooftop for a cheeky little push workout. And I must admit, I'm still not that confident bringing like a tripod to the gym and like filming my push and pull days at the gym. Leg days are easier because you just get in the cage and you can just like use the phone magnet and just let it hide there. But on push and pull days, like, you gotta bring out the tripod, kinda gotta make a fool of yourself. And I'm getting more comfortable with that, but I'm still not there quite yet. Just being honest. All right, I'm gonna put on my coaching hat for 2 seconds. Do not skip your strides. Strides are the easiest thing to overlook in a training block. You're like, all right, I got speed work tomorrow. I just did easy miles yesterday. I got easy miles with strides today. Let me just forget about the strides. Doing those strides week in and week out, once, twice a week, are gonna be the difference between potentially getting under your marathon goal and going a little bit over your marathon goal. They're the easiest to skip out on, but they are making a difference week in and week out on your turnover, on your cadence, and priming you for that speed work. So do not skip your strides, people. That's where we're going, right up here. Essential part of any training day is of course the stroller miles. I usually get 1 to 2 miles a night. Usually Dee's out here with me. She's feeling a little under the weather today. So depending on his mood is how far we go, but I love a little evening walk as a way to flush out the legs and get one more session of movement, very light movement, before kind of settling in for the night and just chilling and relaxing. Good morning. Instead of the usual white rice and eggs, we're doing, freaking love this cereal. It's like Cascadia Farms Blueberry Almond Crunch. There's 36 carbs
and 1 cup, and I'm having 2 cups. It's 4:54 right now, so got an hour to digest this, and we're going to meet John on the track this morning. And John has a drone, so I'm excited what we might be able to get out there. Still waiting on one of the homies to have a bike so they can roll with me soon. We're working on it. Finally got that wide angle lens, if you guys couldn't tell. I like to use Wednesdays in my weekend long runs as experimentation days, test runs, basically mock race days. Over the course of a training block, if you have 3 months leading into a race with a 2-week taper, you have 10 chances every Wednesday and 10 chances every Saturday to potentially try a different combination. I am doing something a little bit different for breakfast this morning with the cereal, introducing new electrolytes today that I don't usually take. I'm doing these new honey gels, which I've been loving lately. I maybe wouldn't recommend changing everything all at the same time, but most of this stuff I've tried out individually, so I feel comfortable doing all of them today. But make sure you're taking advantage of those harder days so that you can implement new strategies, see what your body reacts well to, what your body maybe responds a little bit more poorly to, and then you can hang on to the things that you really like and that sit well with you and that function and perform. And then you can drop the things that maybe you're like, those gels gave me a stomach ache, or I felt off at the beginning of my workout based off what I had for breakfast potentially. Just some things to keep in mind on those harder days as you approach race day, week in and week out. Good morning, guys. Back on AG Middle Track per usual. We got a fun one today. We're going to do the classic track workout, Norwegian 4x4. So we have a 2.5 mile warm up, and then we're doing 4 repeats. So the 4x4 is 4 minutes on, 3 minutes off. So we're doing 4 minutes hard at a 9 RPE, and then we're gonna do a 3-minute walk, jog, recovery, take what you need to reset, recover, to go back into another repeat. So we're gonna do that 4 times through, and then we're gonna do a 2.5 mile cool down. Very simple, very effective workout, great VO2 max building workout. One of my favorites, and I'm excited to get into it. Let's do it. Norwegian 4x4. Text Christian last night I was gonna be here. He said, let's fucking go. I'm bringing my boy Derek in. He's fresh off the plane, straight into the track workout. What'd you think of the workout, boys?
It was hard, especially after consuming a pint of ice cream and a couple cookies last night. I'm always down to get a speed workout with Chase. He's a dog.
Yeah, Chase was pushing the pace. I did my best to keep up, but it was humid out here and we really got it done. Good morning here.
All right, guys, we finished up. I'm getting my cool down miles in. I'm gonna let John bounce. Shout out to John behind the camera this morning. You boys drenched. That one always sneaks up on me. I love that workout. It's a great one to keep in the back pocket. We're definitely getting in the work right now. Definitely seeing those week over week improvements. Dates are actually the best little pre-workout snack, but do yourself a favor and get the ones without the pits in them. Accidentally bought the ones with the pits. If I don't want to eat something like an actual meal or even like a bar or something like that before a workout, especially if I'm about to go run, then I'll just eat 2 to 4 dates. Perfect amount of food, perfect amount of energy. I really need to wash this thing. Queued up today, couple goats. Underrated extra pocket, the old sock, baby. 2 miles in. One of the reasons I do not stop my watch usually on my runs is because your boy's forgetful. And I always be forgetting to restart it. So we're getting some extra credit because if the watch don't clock it, it don't count. Timing up my gel at mile 6, go straight into the strength workout.
just got done for the night. Had my Casually Ambitious mentorship program meeting. Then we went straight into CAPC book club. And now it is 8:46. I had to show you guys this. I realized I never really record into the night because the rest of the day, pretty much after my workouts, is just work, admin stuff, family time, chill, which looks like this right here. I'm watching the homie Joey Muccio's Pilot Day in the Life right now, overnight in ATL. Shout out Joey. I've been watching more YouTube lately because I want to get inspired by other people who are incredible at YouTube and doing really good stuff over there. So I've been watching more YouTube, but I also, every single night, have one of these right here. This is a Ninja Creamy, this whole pint, 400 calories. I kid you not, I eat one pretty much every night. My wife, her least favorite thing about me is the fact that I make a Ninja Creamy every single night. Because if you've ever heard the Creamy machine before, it's pretty loud and I run it through 2 cycles. But this right here, God, it hits every single time. She thinks it's disgusting, but it's my secret little recipe and it hits. Happy Friday, fam. It is 4:48. My training readiness is 66. I got 6 hours and 14 minutes of sleep last night. That is not enough. Fridays are the one day that I lift before I run because we have run club. So I usually will pair a core workout with the run club miles. I have 5 with strides today, so I'll probably get a mile on the treadmill because run club's 4 miles. I might just go ahead and knock out my strides during that 1 mile. Back before marathon training, I used to do these workouts, the doubles fasted. I would never do that when I'm in the midst of marathon training. So we're having a little banana. I'll probably have something in between the lift and the run. Boom, baby. It's gonna be a good morning.
On the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a...
I get so annoyed when I'm not the first person in the gym. 5:03, somebody beat me.
I wish you could know that I could use a break sometimes. That I could use a break sometimes. So back to 99.
Happy Run Club, baby. Let's go. Noah leading the pack. 8-minute pace today. Good vibes.
Not as heavy, if you prefer to go a little bit lighter.
He learned from the best.
If I'm doing
You already know.
Daddy, 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 daddy.
Hi, sweet pea. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sure you guys have noticed by now, but I pretty much pick one hoodie and just live in it the entire week. I get cold a lot, so even in the summer, in the mornings, your boy's rocking a hoodie. Current time is 5:18, Saturday morning. I'm getting ready for our long run. Back to the whole grain cereal today. Sleep score, 77. 6 hours, 54 minutes. That's the one area I definitely need to do better in. I got a little bit of product in the mail this week. BPN had their 4th of July sale. I've been hearing a lot of good things about the G1M Sport, and your boy indulged a little bit. I got 3 containers of the G1M Sport Plus. Plus has added caffeine. It may just be added caffeine, but it's got the carbs, it's got the electrolytes, it's got all the things. So I'm trying this out on my run this morning for the first time. I also got a couple of the Go Gels. I've never had Go Gels in my life. I've heard mixed reviews about Go Gels. So I'm gonna test out just the G1M Sport today because I don't wanna test out too many variables at once. I'll use the gels that I've already been using, and then we'll try the gels out separately on a different run where I don't take this before, because if something does go wrong, I wanna be able to identify, hey, it was the G1M Sport Plus and not the Go Gels or something else. Hopefully, nothing goes poorly with the G1M Plus because I have 3 containers of it, but I'm sure I can give this away to some athletes or something if I need to. I personally don't even like lemon lime, but this was the only flavor they had available. So your boy got 3 containers. Naturally, of course, I got 3 containers. So I'm gonna drink this on the way to the run this morning, which we will cut to now. So the taste of the G1M Sport Plus was better than I thought it was gonna be. I am not a fan of lemon lime.
at all. It really wasn't that bad because it didn't taste like overly artificial to me. It's not the best flavor in the world by any means, but it was fine. Well, I'm pissed. All right, the silver lining here of the parking fiasco is that there was also a bathroom fiasco potentially, and I saw a porta potty on the way in, and we definitely hit that on the way out. I know another entrance about a mile away, so we're gonna hit that up. All right, squad, we have made it. Let's talk about this workout today. Most of you probably think I'm an insane person for putting my shoe on like that, and I tend to agree. I'm gonna do this one the right way. Oh. All right, pulling up our Training Peaks workout for the day. 15 to 16 mile run, 10 miles easy at a 6 RPE. And then we're doing 4 repeats. Pick up pace for 5 minutes, 5 minutes at a 9 RPE, and then 4 minutes at a float, 6, 7 RPE. So for me, that'll be picking it up to like a 6 to 6:10 pace for 5 minutes, and then bringing it down to like a 7-minute pace for 4 minutes. Repeat 4 times into a 2-mile cool down. Gonna be a fun one. Let's do it. One other thing of note, I do love Training Peaks because it syncs with your watch, either your Coros or your Garmin, so it sets the workout up. Literally the day that it comes up, it's on the calendar. It comes up when you go to do a run, pops up like so, and I could just press do workout. That's pretty damn convenient, I gotta say. All right, let's get into it. 2 miles in, falling into a little groove around 7:15 pace. My dumbass forgot my water bottle this morning, so I'm gonna have to circle back to the Bronco a couple times. I'll probably go out 4 miles, come back 4 miles, refuel, and then get back after it. I tell my athletes all the time not to do that. And then what do I do? Exactly that. 30-minute mark, first gel. All right, we're 9 miles in. I set the timer. I only got 2 minutes to refuel and get back set. I like to set the timer because I would spend way more time than necessary out here if I didn't. I'm gonna take my caffeine gel right now because I'm about to start my intervals. Number one thing I needed was those electrolytes though. That's what I get for forgetting my water bottle at home. Taking the Buzz 50 with the caffeine. 141, 145 I guess. And we're off. We got 1 more mile, easy, and then we're gonna go into the intervals. That was a good little reset. Let's get it. All right, we nailed everything so far in range. 6 minute to 6:10 range. We got 3 out of 4. The floats have been a tick slow in 7:30 range instead of 7. Trying to conserve a little bit of energy for these faster 9 RPE, 5-minute intervals. So 1 more. Best feeling in the world right here. Taking off the carbons, putting on the slides or the canes. Feels so good to finish a long run, be done for the day at 8:30 on a Saturday morning, be done for the weekend basically with your runs. It's a pretty damn good feeling. Max heart rate adjusted to 206. Let's look at the nitty gritty. Let's see the stats. Execution score says it was 100, but if you don't have prescribed paces, it's gonna say 100. First 5 minutes was 6:01, second 5 minutes was 6:06, third 5 minutes 6:08, fourth 5 minutes 6:08. I'm very happy with that. As far as the rest periods, my floats were not great. First float was 7:04, second float 7:32, third float 7:21, fourth float 6:57. So not perfect, definitely some room to improve. I wanted to make sure I kept some in reserve for those harder efforts. So 18 miles today. It's supposed to be a 16 to 17 mile effort. I finished up at the truck and had like 0.4 left to get to 18. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna leave it that close and not get it. So fitness is coming around. I wouldn't have been able to do that workout 2 weeks ago. And I just crushed it today. Feeling really, really strong today. So exciting news I haven't shared with you guys yet. I'm going to pick up a bike today. I'm getting a bike for my buddy. I'll save the details for when we actually pick it up for my buddy JJ though. I'll use the bike as cross training and everything, so stoked about that. Feeling good, stoked about that effort. Let's have a Saturday, people. Let's go. Oh, baby, there she is. God damn, she's sexy. What's up, homie?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
What race did you have this? How did it perform for you? What's the story there?
This is the A2 Speed Freak. This is a bike I got for the 70.3 Ironman. Did that 2 years ago. It was a great bike, it's a triathlon bike, so it's more speed driven versus a road bike.
This is like a good entry tri bike
for a beginner slash kind of coming into intermediate type person, would you say?
Exactly. I think this bike, when I looked up, I think I bought it for like right under 2. And it was one of those for me where, because my coach at the time, you know, you can buy bikes up to $20,000.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But this bike was phenomenal for me.
He still got it. He still got it. Here we go. Yeah.
Gas stand. This is like I'm just kind of mess on my
Getting some full time with my Bubba.
because it's like you brought the public play, and for some reason these.
Hello, beautiful people. It is Sunday, and I'm sitting here chopping up the YouTube video, putting the finishing touches on that. Just wanted to recap the week. So, incredible week. Contrary to last week, where the big board went to shit, this week was great. We hit every single run on the designated day as prescribed. And the goal of the week was, if you remember over there, get faster. Have definitely done that. I feel like I've done that. The wheels are turning a little bit more. The efforts are not feeling as challenging at that marathon pace, 6 minute, 6:10 pace. So everything's going good. VO2 max is on the rise. So if you guys remember in my last week's video, I said at that track workout, which was about 10 days ago, that my VO2 max was at 58. It's already at 61. So it's improving. It's going to get harder. It's going to get more challenging. The volume's going to increase. The intensity is going to increase. But we're ready for it. If you guys have any comments, any questions, anything like that, drop them below. And you know I will get right back to you. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.